Hi, good evening. Welcome, welcome. I just hopped out. I came in already, and I hopped out to check my chat because I am using the same device that I need to use. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna type in and pin our topic, and then hopefully as you all pop in and you all join, I will bring up our guest very soon. And I know that everyone's time is very precious, and so we will make sure we keep to time. I'm just gonna put what we're gonna be talking about today right here, and I'm going to pin it so that when others join in, they can get to see this. Okay, so we're talking about automation today, and I hope you're enjoying the music. Just give me a second. Let me put this here so that we can so automation, that's like a new word in my vocab now. Automation in your business. Okay, so I'm putting that here, and to those of us who get to watch this later, make sure you share your comments. Make sure you let us know your feedback also. All right. So I can see my guest is here already, and I'm just gonna say, Richard. Richard is the founder and CEO of a company called Walk Chop. So it sounds like you're saying workshop, but it's Walk Chop, Media and Towers. Yes. Limited, and it's one of our ASNI partners this year. So those of us who are able to be in Abuja for any aspect of ASNI, you're going to get the chance to meet him. He's going to be delivering a masterclass also, and I'm sure you're going to see a lot more about what he does, especially if you follow his page. So I'm going to lower my music, and I'm going to be bringing him up very soon. I can see that he's here already, and I'm hoping to have more of us pop in. We sent reminders to everyone. I know that most people say Fridays for them. They're probably rushing back. They're on the road or something. Okay, so I'm trying to lower our beats and get ready. So let's join me and welcome Richard Odiama. So his surname is that's actually quite a simple surname, really. Odiama. So I'm going to be bringing up our guest, Richard. Richard Official. Looking forward to having Richard here, and I'm trusting our network. We're really good. Yay! There's Richard. Yay! How
Hi,
are you?
I am doing amazing. How?
Fine, thank you. Very fine, thank you. Good to have you here. We're really happy to have you, and I hope your day has been good.
Yeah, it has. It has been pretty well. Pretty well. I've been following Asni and following you for the last 3 years. And
Hmm.
you haven't aged one bit. You are
Is that me or Ashley?
you. First off, you. Um, and I was like, this lady. Okay, let me just keep following. But then I Asini is doing phenomenal work. I mean, 11 years. Oh my goodness. That is something that is powerful. And
Thank you.
going to our last conversation, our in-person conversation,
Yes, yes.
about words, and when we're talking about it, it all seemed, what's she talking about? And now I see the reality of it, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Uh, I'm really happy, and I'm really happy to hear that. And it's interesting too. Same thing. When you just follow some pages, I followed your page, and I'm like, okay, what's this really about? And then again, we had that demo. So I think what we've done, between you doing a demo for us and you also coming to interact with us and know more about Ashley is what we're trying to achieve by actually letting more people know about Ashley. So most people we find, they hear the terms, someone called yesterday and said, how is this your Ashley thing going? And then they still ask, like, what is it about? And I'm like, what aspect do you not know that is about? Because we have so much information out there, but it's important to know. You want to know what they don't know so that you know how to frame your message as well too. So I think honestly, I'm really happy, and I'm happy for this conversation. And I want to start first by asking you about before we jump right into our topic. Tell us about your background. Like, how did you get to do what you're doing? You know how you hear someone would say, "Oh, I studied political science, and then now I'm doing artificial intelligence, or I studied this, that, and everything." So was this always your path? Tell us about your background growing up. What were your interests? How did you get to where you are now?
Okay, so first of all, after God, most of the credit goes to my dad. My dad
Ah,
introduced
lovely.
us. computers in 1998, right? And since then, I've always been
Wow.
fascinated how they work. You know, I could almost say that to be honest, for my younger years, I could communicate better with computers than I could with human beings. That's the reality. You know, and that made me, you know, dive deep, you know.
Okay.
When I got more, you know, older, right, I started my first degree in economics, right.
Oh, wow, you see, and I'm there. I was just
Well,
guessing.
yes, right. I studied economics for 4 years, but then I dropped out of university, and
Okay.
then I studied business administration for another 2 years, and then yes, and then I picked up a diploma in software engineering.
Okay.
Now, yes, now putting all of this together, right? I realized that software engineering was something that I wanted to pursue actively, but then I didn't realize, but marketing sounds nicer. Marketing feels
Okay.
more natural.
So
to
this
me
man has
because-
said he has gone from, I'm looking at me writing down economics and then okay.
Yeah. So I arrive at this point where I'm looking at, okay, marketing looks nice, all right? Particularly because I have this natural thing with psychology. Human psychology is, to a certain degree, comes natural to me. And I decided, okay, why don't I fuse what I know about software, fuse what I know about psychology, and then begin to build, you know, a career around this. So when I first started out, you know, I was in all industries, and then I joined Google in 2019. I was in this program with Google, right? Where I was a trainer for Google, and initially,
interesting.
yes, I was training business at large, and then at some point I focused and honed in on education, and I was able to train over 140 schools in the FCT, right? Both private schools, yes, on digital marketing and what it's about, right? And
Excellent.
yes, so from that, you know, my agency used to be all industries, and then we focused and decided, okay, let's go deep into education and see what we can do here, you know. And then we came in with, there was the software thing. I had already started a couple of companies before that. I had a development company. I had a software powered delivery service, right? I started a freelance platform, right? So
what platform?
all of a freelance platform.
Okay.
Right. So Workshop did not actually start as a media agent. Yes. Workshop started out as a freelance platform, you know, and it evolved from 2016 to 2019. It evolved, right?
This
so
is amazing.
So, thank you. So off the back of that, you know, then COVID hit, and we to pivot to go with the times and everything, and that was the rise of the digital madness, particularly within the education space, right? At that point, a lot of schools, to be honest, got exposed, right? As not exactly, we've all preached the gospel of the digital economy, but a lot of us were still relying heavily on the traditional. And but the great thing is, I do empathize with the lives that were lost during COVID. But the great thing is, COVID, COVID helped us Nigerians, you know, expose ourselves to the possibilities. And you know, when you key yourself into possibilities, it is limitless, it's endless, right? And that transition and moved all the way and got me into becoming this guy who is able to understand software, who is able to build out things on the back of good software, marketing, and psychology.
Woo! I like this now. Now this is, you should just even hearing your journey is actually even, you know, giving me even a better picture and making us. I mean, we like you a lot so much already. Now we like you even much more. Even much more, because following you on this journey is actually makes it so authentic. You know, that's so real. And I like the fact that you said, you know, how you began to just, you know, you began to focus. You know, you began to focus a bit more. So from starting as general, you began to focus. And so that's really good. So now I want to jump right into our, our discussion for today. What's the big deal about what's automation? Anyone who's listening and they're like, I always hear this word, like, I mean, when I think of automation, you're thinking automatic or automobile, or what exactly is automation concerning us? So people that might be watching are business owners and they may be educators. Okay, so what's the simplest way? What is the big deal about it, really? What is automation?
I'll speak to the results of automation. Time.
Okay. Time.
Time
Woo!
is almost, and I dare say, more superior to money.
Yes. Yeah.
And our ability to take time and exchange it, for value is key to our nature as humans.
Yes.
So automation, think of automation. Let me make it visual.
Okay.
Many of us have washing machines in our homes.
Mm-hmm.
Your ability to take a pile of clothes, put them together, open up the washer and put them in there, and tell the washer, I want you to do this in 15 minutes, and you close the door.
Yeah.
You are able to execute more than one task in the same window.
Yes.
So we already all experience automation within, our homes. For instance, but here's the thing: automation requires it's not void of the human interaction.
Yay.
So, for instance,
okay,
Alexa, lights off.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, look at that magic! If I say lights on, so we know it's not NEPA.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now, it doesn't take away the fact that I need to be part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
All right? When you come into business automation, now what you're saying is two pieces of technology communicating, having a conversation, kind of like you and I right now.
Yes.
So you're able to say, this task, all right, I want you to interact with this other task, and I want to be involved at the lowest level possible.
Yes.
I don't want
taking
to
the stress out of my life. Lovely. Lovely.
Straight up. Now, you see, the thing is, and another way to look at automation is a lot of these platforms, the tech giants, the Facebooks, the Google, all right, the TikToks, they are making non-experts look like experts. And that's another thing that automation is bringing.
I have to write that down too. Okay. Uh-huh.
They are making people who struggle, for instance, content creation, all right? People who are not so great at it, simply go on an app, press a few buttons, and then they're experts.
And they're experts.
So it would have taken
stars. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Now, I could drive a manual car for 20 years.
Yes.
And I can drive this automatic car for 20 years. Or you can drive a manual, I'm driving automatic. It doesn't mean I still know how to drive. Yeah. But what the automatic has done, it has eliminated the fear of wielding the steering, of being on the highway. And if after a year of driving an automatic car, I get into a manual car, I will already have the mindset. Because you see, automation is the mindset. First, build the mindset that it is possible to eliminate low-level tasks, low-level content creation, so that you can focus and free your mind. Because when your mind is free, you can think. Now, there's so much coming at us.
So rich. Wow.
There's so much coming at us in this information age that we are unable to put into perspective what really matters.
Yeah.
So all of us are quite honestly addicted to our phones. It's helping our lives, to be honest. But
it's also stressing us out sometimes. Yeah. So many things. So much. Yeah.
Yes. And that speaks to one of the challenges of automation, to be honest. All right. It does.
Yes. So I think this is one of the nicest descriptions I've actually heard of automation. That is so easy. I mean, considering I actually just put some clothes in the washing machine like 3 hours ago, and imagine if it was in those times when we had no washing machines, I would have been like washing, and then I would have to run up and come and talk, and then run outside again. So that is just now I'm loving that now. So now, as a business owner, how do I know what I should be considering? How do I know what to say? Okay, you know what? Let's find a way to automate this. And how do I know what should be left as it is. So we're not saying everyone turn everything, automate everything in your organization or in your business or in your office, right? So how do I really know when to start thinking of some of these things need to be automated? How do people know when they get that aha moment, when that revelation hits them, or when this is the sign that they should do something about it?
Stress.
Aha.
Stress is the number one indicator.
Right, that's it.
So yes. So what areas within the business are giving you the most headache? All right.
Beautiful.
How can I take myself out of this? I don't like to do this thing.
Yeah.
Do I have enough to hire someone? Is there some level of technology I can apply that will make my life easy so it becomes a set, forget it, or nearly set it and forget it?
Okay.
And for it, I have one of my partners on my executive team. She worked as our manager for 8 solid years.
Ooh.
Now, we have, because of how we've automated HR systems, she has not had to lift in the last 6 months.
You're kidding.
For anything regarding HR. There's zero paperwork. Even the interviews are 90% automated.
Whoa.
Even having to appraise the applicants is automated, right? Yes, designing the organizational chart is automated. So I'm not worried.
I'm telling you, we're going to get to that point very soon. You're taking our jobs. Automation. We're going to get there very soon. Okay, so everything is what she's saying is that she's not doing. So she has time to actually do other aspects and focus on what really counts. So the high level tasks, yes.
Yes, exactly. High level tasks. Yes, exactly. Because I mean, when COVID hits, and we were, focused on education, one of the things we immediately were called in as fire service, to put out fires were get us online, get us virtual. How do we communicate with school? How do we do all of that? But the truth is, when you early on begin to adopt the mindset that, okay, this thing it's stressing us out. Yeah. Let's see what the future is like. So future thinking leaders, future thinking leaders are one of the people who are most positioned to tap into automation, to tap into abilities of software, talking to software, and eliminating the need for too much hands-on. So yes. So, but I must point out that there are challenges that come with automation.
I was even just getting there. Like, it's not all glam and rosy. Yes.
Yes.
So tell me some of them. Yeah. Tell me some of the challenges that the top 3 you would say.
We would start moving too fast. That's number one.
Good.
We would start moving way too fast, and we would, in our minds, think that we're making progress. All right.
Yeah.
But not realize that we are slowly burning out.
Whew. Now that I like, honestly.
You have put you 3 hours ago you put clothes in the washer, all right, and then you went on to do something else that you believed was productive.
Yeah.
However, all right, it takes away the place of being mindful. Now, back in the day, when you sat to wash, when you wash, you could think, you could reflect, you could pause, you could catch up on life, you could really look into yourself and see who you are, where you're going, because you are doing a repetitive task that doesn't exactly require too much cognitive power.
Yeah, so too much of your brain. Yeah, so you can actually, So
you could focus in and, take that in. But when you outsource that to automation, you lose that opportunity to reflect. Personally, sometimes what I deliberately do is I don't just, I could go to the gym in the morning And then
Yeah.
what I wore to the gym, I hand wash myself.
Yeah.
Every other thing goes in the washer, so that
So
I
that you're
don't,
actually doing, yeah.
I don't lose touch,
Oh,
because it helps
that's
my,
the word. That's what I'm gonna write. That is so important. So don't lose touch, in everything
yes.
that you're doing. Because most people will probably hear this and be like, Richard, we're calling you right now. Come and let's automate everything, And I think
No, no, no,
I think
no,
that's
no.
something I'm also very particular.
Let
We
me
had a
shock you.
okay, go on. Yeah, go on.
Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you, but
No
let me
problem. Just go
let me.
ahead.
So when we, in the next 5 to 7 years, when we've
Uh-huh.
automated everything, restaurants, our robots serving
Ah,
us, everything
uh-huh.
automated, we, the humans, will begin to put a premium again on humans, and we
That's the
would
thing.
want,
The
yes,
value would now be like,
we-
please come back.
it, it will come back, right? But the thing is, before we demonize technology, let us
Yeah.
embrace it and move with the times. Let us
Okay.
not be because when the tractor came, farmers said we don't want the tractor, but
Yeah,
today
you don't
everyone
need
has
it.
it.
It's like, yeah.
We don't need it.
Yeah.
Well, now, we all want it, right? When the
Uh-huh.
washing machine and dishwasher came, everybody said it will make the children
People
lazy.
lazy.
It would make,
Yeah.
but we're using it. We're all using it,
I-
right?
In fact,
You
now
know,
you're saying this is really funny because you're talking about like dishwashers. Like my kids have pledged and said any house we're ever moving to must have a dishwasher. I said like this is the least I can do for you guys. Just wash, like be in touch with these plates, Don't just load everything. Be in touch with your, and sometimes not everything you want to now have. Very soon we're going to
yes.
have a robot to pick up the plates and put into the dishwasher themselves, So
I know.
yeah.
Exactly. Very soon, actually. Very soon.
Mhm.
And let me talk a bit about the AI tool that we have and
Yes,
the
please.
challenge that. So, writing with AI is amazing. I will tell
Before
you
you go on
this.
now, so let's imagine someone here is like, what's this AI again, sir? Let's also, what is AI? And again, in the simplest terms. So we know what it stands for, but you can tell us again, and then what does that mean? Tell us again, like the outcomes of it. So what's AI?
So AI, first off, stands for artificial intelligence.
Okay.
So think of a robot that
Okay.
is almost able to think, or no, to do more things and accomplish more things thought-wise than a human ever could.
AI. So do you term it the same thing as machine intelligence? Do you call it the same thing, or is there a difference
Learning.
there? Yeah. That's good.
So yes. So for instance, okay, so with the AI tool my team and I are built, right?
Yes.
Now it leverages technology called GPT-3. All right.
Okay.
Now GPT-3 is built off the back of OpenAI, which is
Okay.
led by Elon. All right. Now
Oh, okay.
it's yes. So GPT-3 stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So transformer, like in the movie Transformer,
Like
kind
the
of.
movie
So
Transformer.
robot.
Yeah. Good memory.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Right. So now the GPT-3 was fed with 570 gigabytes of text data. Now, to put this
That
in
is a lot.
perspective, yes, to put this in perspective, your average notepad document with say okay, let me use a Word document.
Okay.
I think more people would relate with that. A Word document
Yeah.
on your computer is like about 3 pages, could be say less than 500 kilobytes.
Yes.
3 pages.
It's not heavy. Yeah. It's not heavy at all, right?
So think 570 gigabytes of English language, all right, compressed together to produce content.
So it has more than enough. Wow, that is rich. No wonder
Exactly.
it's such a, it's such an amazing. I see.
She's also able to avoid plagiarism.
I see.
And even when it does detect plagiarism,
okay,
AI is still able to rework that sentence or article without losing context in multiple ways. So you can say the exact same thing in so many different ways without losing context.
Okay,
right?
so now I want just give me a second. So for people out there, right, those who are watching and those who will watch this after, so Richard's going to give us a bit more background to this really amazing tool. Now, before we had a Zoom session, I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and before we had this, Richard, and everyone had tried to explain to me what this whole, it does content and so on and so on. And I was like, yeah, we're still going out of the other ear. And I was like, I'm sure I understand it, but I don't really understand. And then he did a demo in like 3 minutes. I was like, unbelievable. So those of us who are going to be at ASNI and also who are going to connect with Richard immediately after this also, it's something, even if you're not in education, whatever you do, content is king. You need to have content. And what it does, it can generate content for you to share on your platforms, all the way down to letters. It was just totally amazing. Does the product actually have its own separate name? That product, does it have its own separate name, or is just
Yes, it does. It's called Niches.
Niches, okay. All right.
Yeah,
so now I want you to tell people out
out.
there a bit how it works. Let's tell them how, also how it works when you're done. Let's know how, and how they can log in. Is it an app? Is it a website and all that? Okay.
A web app. It's a
Okay.
web app, and use it on your mobile phone, your browser on your mobile device.
Okay.
So all you simply is it'll ask you a few, just a couple of questions.
Okay.
What is your business name? If you're creating blog content, it'll ask you to provide certain keywords,
Okay.
that describe business. Then it'll ask you what your blog is about. All right, and then it'll ask you for a title. Just give it
Okay.
a random title, or
Okay.
not necessarily random, because AI is garbage in, garbage out.
So it
All
takes
right,
what
if
it
you-
sees there.
Yeah, perspective. If you give AI perspective, it will churn out really good content for you. So
Okay.
the moment once you're done imputing these bits of information, you click the generate button, and in less than 60 seconds, you have content. Like it brings out different types of things. So it can produce blogs for you. It can help you write a book. It can write digital courses.
Whoa. Letters?
Yes.
Letters too.
Yes, you can write letters,
Ooh.
newsletters, email. Yes, cold DMs. You can write text for cold DMs, right? You can write copy, right? You can write it for those who make YouTube videos. It can give you ideas for your YouTube channel. It can give you stuff you can use on a teleprompter. All right, and you just read off the teleprompter.
Oh, that is good.
Yes,
That's expensive. Wow, very, very like really great. Honestly, that's really exciting.
And even the beautiful thing about the teleprompter thing is that you are able to do this on your mobile device, right? There are teleprompters on your mobile. Yes, you don't need to buy an actual teleprompter. You can do this on your mobile phone. So it just makes life easy. So like I said, platforms that are helping non-creators look like experts are winning.
So now anyone who's an expert, they're going to be looking at you like, did you get Richard's tool? Like, we don't know whether you, I mean, for you to do that, you're an expert already, because for you to have the sense to also do that also. So that I like this, I like this, I like the way you say, people out there that we're all like, oh my God, they're so cool, I mean, that make them look like experts. Really, what they've done is that they have leveraged on automation and AI too, yes? Excellent.
That's it.
That is excellent. Honestly, I'm liking that too. So before I go on, most people always are concerned about, once they hear that automation and anything techie, they feel, oh, the cost, they're going to just charge us. We can't afford this, So how do we break this the value down to people who are still concerned, or they just feel, no, I don't like hearing about all this automation things. It's just going to take all my money.
I will tell you this. It is expensive.
Okay.
But what is the value of your time against ignorance?
So it's actually more of the value. In fact, I know we do have that saying a lot, and we try and tell our clients and my coaching platform. I always tell them, see, nothing is actually expensive. It's really the value you place on it. That's really the truth. It's really the value you place on it. So that they're I usually give the example of maybe the place where, when I'm in Abuja and the place where I go and do my hair, most people would normally be like, ugh, they're a bit expensive. I'm like, that expensive to them, it's maybe 1,500 naira more than, but the kind of piece, the people are so polite. The place is clean. I mean, they don't talk and make a lot of noise, so just exactly what I need. So that is the value for me. So I'm not really, so I'm not calculating whether you know, I could find someone, you know, there that would maybe save me 1,000 naira or so. So value on that, this thing. I know that's really excellent. Thank you, this lovely person who has been typing the stuff. I love that. I've taken that down to value of your time against ignorance.
Just to relate to what you said about making your hair, I have this where I cut my hair. The barber uses solar.
Solar.
That is amazing because I mean he has reduced his overhead costs drastically. You know, so when you think of that in the context that is also automation.
Yes,
so automation
yes.
does not necessarily always have to be software, but
yeah,
right now, because of the many things that we have to do, particularly interacting with platforms like this one we're on right now, software has become that.
That's really what it is. So I think it's really a better way of doing things, an easier, more stress-less way of doing things. So anything that can make your life, you know, less stressful, you know, you because you know that I think that's what everyone's actual goal should be. That's what we should be, you know, we should be doing, like, you know, goals, future goals, business goals should be to automate as much as you can. And so I think one thing people should do when they're going back to their organizations is to look at your different processes, look at the different systems, different tasks that you have to do, your daily tasks, weekly tasks, your monthly tasks, your regular tasks, and find out, you know, which ones bring the most stress, which ones can I actually automate, you know. So I think this is what actually help us even build that structure. I love that. And I love what some of the comments here. I love stress-free. Honestly, I think we all do. I mean, look at us, we're in different continents probably, and we're having this conversation, and ASNI is in a few weeks, and we're getting things done. A lot of things are genuinely being automated. I know 2 or 3 years ago, I actually landed 5 days before ASNI, and most people didn't know. No one knew where I was. They didn't know whether I was there or not. But we had a full number of exhibitors. We had over 3,000 and something exhibitors in a 2-day period, because I was on the phone all the time. Or, you know, whatever needed to be done, send out letters when they need to, and all that and stuff. And for me, I think it was more the most humbling experience, because I realized that you can actually do a lot of things without having to be there once you have the right systems. And once you know, once you have the right system, the right processes. So that's, I think for me, is it's always very humbling. You're actually seeing things that you've been working on, and you actually see them come to pass. So I think I like that, and I like this. I like what Tuff also typed here. Automation is the future for sustainable businesses. I think that is so key. So one way, there are 2 questions I think I have here that I would like to, let me see if I can put them together now. So business owners, I know that most times, you know, like how the post I put up about robots taking our jobs, and in fact, one of my courses during my master's program, we looked at something on artificial intelligence as a side theme. And you know, someone that was the heading of this thing, the robots are taking our job. By the next few years, we won't have any work. And I like that you said that automation can't really be independent of the human touch. Really, there were some things that can never be and should never be automated. You know, there's some things that never be automated. So how do you get your team, your staff team, your employees to buy in? So because I know most time when you say we want to automate our system, we want to do this, everyone starts thinking, is it my job that they want to take? So what are the steps? How do we even have this conversation? So we're business owners or entrepreneurs, and you want to bring together your team and talk about some of the things you want to do. What advice do you have?
The first thing is empathy. Empathy. First.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes. Now, help them understand that, look, your job is not going anywhere.
Okay.
You are secure. Help them manage their insecurities first.
Okay.
When you do, they know that you are not threatening them.
Yes.
You're coming from a place of love. Then
that is just so sweet.
Moves the responsibility to them. And I'm going a little harsh here.
Yeah.
The words of Gary V, innovate or die.
Yes.
Now that would also mean skill up.
Yes.
Because
yes,
tool requires someone to use it.
Yes.
Would you be that?
Excellent. Excellent. I love that. In fact, that is hot. Yeah.
So, I was privileged to speak at a writing academy a few weeks ago. They asked me, this AI is writing right now. How do we live for the future? And I said, writing and what? Accounting and what? Law and what?
What next?
We're no longer in a world where I am this. It's I am this, this, and this. So it's
My
your
kind of
ability
thinking.
to bind these things together to create value, to create buy-in. Now, when the employee is open-minded to wanting to improve themselves, wanting to be is accepting of the need for growth.
Yes.
Because the business is not trying to get rid of you, they're trying to grow. And it is a thing of you jumping on that growth train and moving with them.
Yes.
Now, to gain buy-in, the business owner needs to not just grab any software, not just grab any technology because they say it's it. What you want to look at
do
is
your research.
How is it? Can you get in and get out?
Okay.
For instance, my workflow management is automated.
Okay.
So I had the struggle of using tools that, where, task management tools where everybody had to be on it. And,
I know those ones.
When you're not working with people who are developers,
yes.
It's stress. You're working with people who want to create. It is stress. So what we did was identify a flexible system that all people needed to do was stay within the spaces where they are already comfortable. So for instance, you get your email, and you have a button inside your email that allows you to mark a task as done.
Yes.
And the moment you mark that task as done, the next person receives an email saying it's time for them to commence.
Excellent.
And but on the back end, I see a dashboard that shows me the progress of every project we're working on. So the team doesn't even have to join any software.
Get bogged down in that. Yes.
They're already communicating with email. They can as well continue that way. So first off, you want to see how easy is it to get in and out of that tool.
Excellent.
That's number one. Number two, if the software in question is robust and has a whole lot of things, all right, as a business owner, within that software, look to see what particular feature, which feature solves the biggest problem for the team. And how addictive can that software, that particular feature, not just the entire software, that particular feature be for the team?
I like that, honestly.
When you are able to identify that, okay, my team can get hooked on. So think about Instagram. The reason why all stuck on Instagram is because we can do this on and on and on and on.
Honestly, it's so easy.
So for the especially the non-techie people, how can you make activity almost mindless for them? So even if the tool is so bogus, start with the ones that sell them on, like the business owners, sell them on the ones that make them feel like they're not doing anything.
Yeah, so it's easy, just easy to feel.
So over time,
you work it out.
Someone able to discover on their own. Oh, this other one. Oh, this is possible. Oh, that is possible.
Follow
wow.
To that. Yes.
And with 2 years, right? That's how it works. All right. So, but when you start, we're going to have a school management software. Oh, we're going to have this, and you're all, Cape Crusader.
This is it. We're going to get it.
They will ignore you, right? And then the managers. Are the managers able? Yes. Are the managers able to adopt these systems and run with it?
The actual leaders, So
I
like that,
you, the business owner, does not have the time. Do you have the time to train one person within your organization, just one person within your organization who becomes the champion? So, for instance, if you think, I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of OKRs, objectives and key results.
Yes. But you can let's say anyone else. Yes, please. I like that.
So OKRs in themselves are pretty complex. I'll be the first one to tell you that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are companies who have brought out and built, softwares that make OKRs life is easy.
That's easy.
All right.
You see,
but you need an OKR champion within your organization who will film this thing from the beginning to the end, and who will keep people accountable week on week to ensure that those goals are met, those objectives are met, the initiatives to power the key results.
Yes.
And that way, buy-in becomes a smooth transition over a period of time.
Yes. It's not instant. It's not like going to be like, we've seen it, we immediately we want that. Yeah.
No way.
I think this has been such a hugely engaging and informative and enlightening conversation. I'm really looking forward to having you at ASNI also. So everyone out there, in case you don't know about ASNI, Richard is going to be there actually leading a master class, and we're going to be looking a bit more in detail into this automation. And so it's going to be very practical. You're going to get to touch, feel, try out these things for yourself. ASNI is taking place from May 28th and 28th. That's the main exhibition, and the main exhibition and masterclass and seminars and awards ceremony, 9 to 6 p.m. That's a Friday and a Saturday in the city of Abuja. Non-stop fun, non-stop learning, so much great networking. I'm really looking forward to it. So the day you're going to be speaking, of course, I'm sure on the first day, on the Friday. We do have a syndicate first day of ASNI, but it's not for the public. It's just a private stakeholders forum. And so when we say 27th to 29th, the 27th is a bit like a roundtable kind of forum where some of our key partners would be there. I think I'm just smiling because I've actually learned so much, and I love it when my head is when my head is stimulated like this. I think it really ties in with something that I strongly believe in, and because I'm really big on structures, and most of the coaching programs I run, I think the question I get asked is like, wait, how have you been able to manage an organization and you've been away? So I've been away doing postgraduate studies, and I go back once in a while, and sometimes people look at me and wait, explain to me again. You mean you've been away for 4 months at a time and your business hasn't crashed, and all these training programs have been going on and stuff like that. And so that's one thing I believe that people need, that you need that freedom. I think automation is also going to, bring even more freedom to your life. You need to get to that point where you let go of some things. Many of us still want to have full control. And I think one thing that you said that ties into something I also believe is that when you're looking at your structure or the kind of things you need in your organization, don't look at the people, but look more at the tasks that are needed. So sometimes we look at all the stuff we have and we say, this guy is very nice, so hey, yeah, he's really good, but then he doesn't actually have any particular thing that he's going to be able to bring to the table. So when you're able to look and say, okay, what we need now, we need better accounting structure, we need a better this, we need more maybe proposal writing or international relations, those kind of things. You now list them out. Then you can now see who in the organization, who can actually run this, and what can we automate, so that you're not just looking at your team, unless you're going to keep getting frustrated and keep wondering. So this has been exciting. I am already looking forward to the masterclass. Before we do round up this conversation, I'd like to hear a bit more from you. So tell us how people can connect with you, and then let us know, are there any things that you have coming up between now and ASNI? Do you have any programs coming up? Are you doing any virtual programs? Do you have any weekly things that you do that people could also join in also, or what can we look out for from you?
Okay, so at the moment, if I'm being honest, at the moment, I'm trying to restart my vlog. Okay. Right? Okay. Yes, I'm trying to restart my vlog. That has been something I've been looking to do for a while. It's been of great interest to me. Mostly because I'm honestly unable to just sit and just talk. right?
Yeah.
But because you're asking me questions, it's allowing me put my thoughts together, slow down and really, articulate them. I'm more of a on the fly, it just happens. So and there's a lot of times I'm talking in the office and my team are like, wow,
where did that come from?
So I figured, okay, how about we document the entire day? Now we've been trying to do this for the last 1 year. So the period I was schools, the period I was training schools in 2019, we did a bit of that. We're trying to get that in, but again, we had to figure out how to automate this. So now my team is at the verge of fully having that automated. So I'm hoping that we would become get really active at that, and then probably when that happens, I'll let everyone know on my page. So you can connect with me, Richard Official on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. But I'm most active on Instagram. Right now. We're still working out the other areas. Get things put in place.
Which is good. I mean, and that's, I think, and Instagram is good. And I mean, you could do your little, little bits and pieces on Reels also. We'll look forward to seeing those little clips.
Yes.
So we can benefit a lot. So can you guys say your Instagram handle again? Do you say official or official?
Official. There's no L. Without an L. Without an L.
Without an L. Okay. Here we go, being unconventional again. Okay. So Richard Official, no L, yes. No, not official. I'm sure by the time you start typing in his details would pop up. So Richard is apart from all the things that he does, we're privileged to have him on board ASNI this year, and we're really looking forward to a great time. You all get to sit with him. You get to have him. You get to have consultation sessions with him. And so very soon, I'm sure he would have like forms, and you can start doing your bookings and things. And I know that product, you're going to get to have a demo of the product also. And I'm sure that we're going to have some bonus offer or package for those people who also do attend. Yeah. Yes. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Thanks. Itofa is here also. Thank you, Itofa.
Thank you.
I want to say a huge thank you. This has been like so much fun, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to share this video on our different platforms when I'm done. And thank you to everyone who has popped in. I love the conversation. I love the flow. I'm just now, honestly, I'm talking to you now. I'm busy thinking in my head. I'm thinking in my head, what am I going to do now? What am I going to, what am I automating next? What am I taking out? What am I bringing in also? So thank you so much for your time. I know what it is to, to give this amount of time. Also, time is, like, as you said, time is the gold. Time is the new gold. So giving your time to be here with us, we really appreciate that. And I was trying to get a collection of songs. I try and play some sort of upbeat so you can dance your way out when you're going. Let me see which song here that I try to get songs like it's. Oh, I got this. This is an old song, but let me play this one. Okay. Well, it's not old, but it's not. I like African beats when I can, but. Some automated dance. This was lovely. Thank you so much. I'm learning this. Lovely day. Thank you so much.
All right,
thank you,
bye-bye.
Richard. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, everyone who has been here. Don't forget, tomorrow is our first ASNI Pod. Tomorrow is the Early Years Festival in the city of Abuja. We also have our UK guests, 3 UK guests. They're here in the UK. They are going to be doing an initial session on Zoom. And so you really want to know, again, this is something else. These are automated tools in early childhood education. So you actually want to be there. So you can send us a DM. You can send a message here. You can join the Zoom session if you're not in Abuja. And the Zoom session is just 5,000 Nigerian Naira, which is about $10 or so. So you can send a message to us. Our contact details are there. If you still want to get a space for the Early Years Festival. It's really exciting. And then after that, the people who are there, we have a panel. They've actually set up a whole learning space, like a theme room. So it's going to be really exciting. If you're in Abuja, you really, really want to be there. I think we probably have a few spaces left, okay? And so the panel session, I'm looking at needs and education from nutrition in early childhood education to resource development and then parenting. So how to bring parents together on these platforms. Okay, so tomorrow, Early Years Festival starts at 9 with the Zoom sessions. So please reach out, reach any of us, send a message, send a DM, find our contact details. Yes, thank you. Okay, Stella, good. I'll send you the details and account details. I think I have your number, so I'll send you that. Okay, so thank you. I'll see us all next week, and thank you, Richard. Thank you, everyone.